Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to build something pretty incredible, your very own personal AI assistant to help you run your daily life. And you know what the best part is? You don't need to know a single line of code to do it. So, if you're ready to finally get a handle on your digital life, let's jump right in.
Does your day ever feel, well, kind of like this? Just a constant storm of emails, calendar alerts, and to-do lists all screaming for your attention. It's that feeling of digital overwhelm, right? Where you feel like you're working for your tools instead of the other way around.
Okay, so here's a big promise for you. In just the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to build a simple but really powerful AI assistant that can start to tame that chaos. And seriously, no code needed. This is for absolutely everyone.
Let's think of this whole thing as your own personal call to adventure. You're the hero in this story. Digital chaos is the dragon you have to slay, and your new AI assistant, well, that's the magic sword you're about to forge to win the battle.
Now, before we actually start the quest, we need to meet our mentor. And for us, that mentor is something called an AI agent. It is so important to understand why this is a massive leap forward from the simple chatbots you might be used to.
So, what's the real difference here? Well, think of it like this. A chatbot is basically a Q&A tool. You ask it something, it tells you something. End of story. But an AI agent, that's an action tool. It doesn't just talk about doing things, it actually does them. It's the difference between asking for directions and having a personal driver who just takes you where you need to go. All right, here's the official definition from the pros over at BotPress. Now, that might sound a little technical, but the key word, the magic word here, is autonomous. What does that really mean? It means they can work on their own without you having to poke them for every little step. You give them a goal and they can perform tasks and make decisions to get there. That's the secret sauce. And what can they actually do with that power? Well, they can make decisions, they remember what you've talked about before, they can take real actions like sending an email for you, and they can break down a huge request into smaller, manageable steps. They can even use other software tools to get a job done. It's less like a calculator and a whole lot more like a personal secretary.
But hold on. Before we charge into this amazing new world, we have to meet the guardian at the gate. And trust me, this isn't some boring, skippable step. This is the single most important one. We have to talk about security.
Let me be absolutely 100% clear about this. Security comes first, always. When you build an assistant, you're giving it access to your information, and protecting your data has to be your #1 non-negotiable priority.
So let's start with the things you should never, ever share. We're talking about personal identification numbers. That means your social security number, your driver's license number, passport details, none of it. This info should never touch a consumer AI tool.
And don't just take it from me. This quote from the University of Kentucky's IT services really spells out why. Hackers could misuse this data in a breach, leading to identity theft or financial fraud with long-term consequences. The stakes here are just way too high. And that exact same rule goes for your financial and medical information. No credit card numbers, no bank account details, and definitely no specific health conditions or insurance info. You have to remember, these AI tools aren't covered by privacy laws like HIPAA that protect you at your doctor's office. Your data just doesn't have the same shield here.
The experts at Security Journey put it perfectly. Sharing this kind of data poses a substantial security risk and can lead to fraud and identity theft. So the rule of thumb is really simple. If it's sensitive, just keep it out of the AI.
So how do you actually use these tools safely? Just follow these simple practices, which are based on advice from agencies like the FBI and CISA. First, use general examples instead of real names. Say my son's soccer practice, not David's practice. Second, never, ever upload sensitive documents. Just don't. Third, keep your financial life totally separate. And last, for your passwords, please use a secure password manager, not your AI assistant. Okay, we've made it past the guardian. We understand the rules of the road, and we know what we need to protect. Now that we have that secure foundation, it's time for the really fun part. It's time for your first quest, building your very first AI agent. Let's make something real.
And the really great news is, you don't need to be a tech wizard. There are these amazing no-code platforms out there that are designed for beginners. Tools like MindStudio, N8N, and Relevance AI let you build powerful stuff just by dragging and dropping blocks around. Most even have free plans so you can start experimenting today without spending a penny. MindStudio, for example, is great for your very first project, while something like N8N is a beast at connecting a ton of different apps together.
So,
Let's start with a simple but super useful project, a morning briefing agent. We'll build it piece by piece over 4 weeks to keep it from feeling overwhelming. Week 1, you're just going to connect your calendar. That's it. Week 2, you'll plug in a live weather feed. Week 3, you'll hook up your inbox for a quick summary. And by week 4, you'll set it up to automatically deliver this briefing to you every single morning. See? Nice and easy.
And here it is, the reward for your quest. Just imagine waking up to something like this every morning. A perfect, clean summary of your entire day. You've got the weather, your first appointment, and the most important emails all in one spot. That's the kind of power you can build.
And does this stuff actually make a difference? Oh, absolutely. Research from Kumu HQ found one family saved 395 hours of focus time in a single year just by using an AI calendar assistant. That is like getting nearly 10 extra 40-hour work weeks of focus back. It's huge.
As we start to wrap this up, I want to leave you with what is truly the most important lesson of all. Once you start this journey, you become the master of 2 worlds, your digital one and your physical one. And the key to all of it is that you are always in control.
Look, your agent is going to make mistakes. It'll probably hallucinate and just make stuff up sometimes or get confused by what you ask. That's totally normal. Your job is just to be the guide. Be really specific with your instructions, double-check any important information it gives you, and add clear rules to your agent about what it should do when it gets stuck.
And just like any powerful tool, your agent needs a quick little checkup every now and then. Just set a reminder for once a month to spend 5 minutes on this. First, review its performance. Is it doing what you want? Second, update its permissions. Does it still need access to everything you gave it? Third, improve your instructions. And fourth, do a quick security audit. This simple routine makes sure it stays helpful, safe, and under your command.
I absolutely love this quote from Rippling's AI security framework. It says, "Agentic AI refers to AI systems with agency, but you remain in charge of what independence means for your family." That's the whole ballgame right there. Yes, these AIs have agency. They can act, but you are the director. You set the rules, you define the boundaries, you hold all the power.
So I'll leave you with this one question to start your own adventure. You have the map, you've got the tools, and you know the rules of the road. So what's the very first repetitive, annoying, time-sucking task that you are going to automate? Go on, go build something amazing.